Hello, hello, it's Kim Corallo. Shut the front door too. We're a wreath door hanger vintage gift store out of Lexington, Kentucky. If you're new here, welcome on in. If you like this kind of thing, consider subscribing to our page. That really helps us out. If you've watched before, thank you so much for being back. We're going to show you what we picked up vintage-wise this week, and we're going to start with what I think is my favorite thing. I do have a couple of things that I really liked. I just love the size of this bowl. It's a brass bowl. It has the etched detail. It's got the pedestal. The size is what I think is really great, and it's heavy, guys. It is a really weighted bowl. It has some glass in there because I did break a candlestick right before I went onto video, but oh well, you know, things happen. Anyway, I think this would work great in a kitchen as a fruit bowl. I mean, why not elevate your game? Elevate that fruit bowl in your home and really have something that has a lot of beauty and charm. It would also look great filled with moss balls on an entryway table. I'm not sure, you know, it was really nice and sunny here, and then it has clouded up like it is going to rain. And I didn't think it was supposed to rain, so I'm sorry, the lighting's a little off today. But look how cute this little box is. I am on the fence on whether or not I think it's crystal or glass. I originally thought it was crystal, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's cute nonetheless. I think it would look really cute in a bathroom. Do you guys like me in the new setup where I'm standing so that I can show you closer up? Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of digging it. I don't know what it's going to be like for the real large hauls because I don't know where I will put everything, but these smaller ones, I feel like it's working out well. But anyway, I think it'll look really good in a bathroom filled with bath salts. I also think that this would look really good candled. You know, you could do that yourself or you could have someone pour a candle. I think it would work really, really good for that. I told you that I broke a candlestick right before going on film. It wasn't this one. I do have a mate to this. You know, it's clear glass. And some people would be like, oh, it's just clear glass. Guys, clear glass is a winner. It goes with every season. It goes with every decor style, and I really liked this. I've never seen it before. It's almost disc-like. It's got a little, you know, a lot of detail really. It takes a taper candle, but look at those little feet. And I did find a pair of these. I will tell you that as far as Etsy goes, we are still doing our videos the same. If you see something that you just would like more information on, we realize it's an extra step, but reach out, and if it's available, we will get you that information and get it shipped to you via Etsy. We are still waiting on what is going to go on with our booth space. The location is changing, and we're just undecided right now. So because of that, bear with us for a little bit longer. It has worked well, but it won't be forever that we'll be doing it that way. I don't have the mate of the other glass candlesticks, but they were a little bit taller and they take a taper candle as well. And, you know, I'll just try to see if maybe someone just needs one. I will sell one-offs when they're brass, and they do sell. So this will be the first time trying glass, but we'll see. Italian pottery is something I love, and this little guy is so charming. Look at that hand painting. It was made for Lefton. I was getting ready to say Fenton, and I said, that's not right. It was made for Lefton, and it's made in Italy. Obviously, it's a piano little box. I think that well, I was going to say I think it probably had a lid, but I think that is incorrect. I don't think it had a lid. There is no lip or anything, but it looks great just as sort of a little catch-all, and I could see this just as a little, you know, shelf sitter to add a little feminine, just some sweetness to your space. And let's show you that little odd. You know, I'm telling you all the time, if it's a little odd, a little different, I'm drawn to it. And if it's in the price range and I think it's something someone else might like too, I usually pick it up. I don't pass up these face mugs. I really like this one. The colorway, that green and blue, the handle's good, and the face is really, really good. This one looks more like it's sad, but because it's a two-faced model, and this one is smiling. I will probably let this go. I sometimes babysit things for just a minute and hold on to them for just a minute. I have never kept any of the face mugs that I have found in the past, but I do think they're really fun, and you just don't see them that often. I do find leaded glass pieces pretty often. I don't always pick them up. I like the really old ones, and you can usually tell by the bottom. You can also usually tell by the glass, and this glass is just, it glistens like crystal. It is so beautiful. I love it so much that I'm inclined to just say, you know, just set this on your table. But you can use it for your makeup brushes. I mean, it's a vessel. So anything that you want, you know, if you want to elevate your pencil carrier or pencil caddy at work, you know, there are always options for these beautiful vintage pieces. But I can't get past just the beauty of the glass and the way it's cut and the way it glistens. These aren't odd to me, but I did pick them up and set them down a couple of times. They're chalkware, they're older. I do really like them, but I just couldn't decide. I thought these were cherub babies, but they don't have wings. So I'm a little unsure, but I think they're really charming. And you know, I think they, because I did find a pair. They're candlestick holders. You could use them for the intended purpose. But I think these are so unique and so charming that I would almost say that these need to be decor pieces, even maybe separated on a bookshelf, or possibly they're not super weighted, super heavy, but maybe even possibly use them as bookends. I don't know. I just thought I could see something more than just a candlestick holder, and I liked the uniqueness of them. So what do you all think? Do you think cherub babies always have wings, or do they sometimes not have wings? I don't know. Let me show you this beautiful piece. It is a jewelry box. It used to be a music jewelry box. The music no longer works, and I usually leave those things on the shelf. But this was so beautiful to me. I'm not sure if it's just metal work or if it is in fact brass. The feet, I mean, just like this, I think it's great. But wait till you see the top. Look at that medallion on the top. I'm not sure if it's hand painted, but it is gorgeous and more detail, more brass work or metal work. And I think this is celluloid. So I'm not 100% sure. You open it up and it's very useful as a music box. Look at that burgundy velvet trim. Maybe Victorian. I'm not really sure because I haven't done research, but I think it's really great. And some may think that this is Victorian. I'm not exactly sure, but they were not picked up at the same location. So, you know, I'm not sure, but it would be kind of cool if I've ended up with two Victorian styles of decor pieces at two different locations at the same thrift haul. A lot of words there that didn't seem to really want to come out. Let me show you this needlework. I'm not sure what type of needlework this is. And to be honest, I picked them up because I just thought the needlework was so interesting. I'm not crazy about the frames on either one. I don't need a project of any kind right now. So I probably will see, maybe someone else will like the framing. I felt like this seemed like it was almost a little undone, but it's going to be hard to find a frame exact for that. And then, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I may try them to see if someone likes the framing. I just thought they could be prettier in different frames. However, ain't nobody got time for that right now, right? So we'll see. I love a good Butterbell, and I'm going to tell you, I've never used one. So do you all use Butterbells? This isn't particularly old, but they're really popular, and I buy them, I price them, I put them in the booth, and then someone, you know, finds it and loves it. So that's exactly what I'll do with this. I don't think this can be an Etsy piece because I'm pretty sure it doesn't meet the criteria of being 20 years old or older for vintage on Etsy. Like it nonetheless. And I don't think this is Majolica. I do think it's cool, and I think it would mix well with the cabbage wear for those folks that love that. The yellow and the green color is kind of striking. It could be used as a water pitcher or just a pitcher, but I would probably use it with flowers. And with this color combination, I just think, you know, hot pink, some bright pink would be really striking. And that's probably what I would do. Of course, I love flowers. I'm always, any type of vessel, I'm always turning it into a vase. That's kind of the easy choice, but I also think that it looks good just kind of on its own. So, yeah, I think it's kind of cute. I don't pick up purses that often. I do like purses. They have to be really unique for me. I like vintage Coach purses if they're leather. I don't find them a lot anymore, but I usually will pick up a good beat it bag, and I just want you to look at that detail, and the size of it is great. Even the handle is beaded. The beads don't appear to be loose at all. This is all hand done. And I picked this up because we're right at wedding season. So I could see someone needing something for a wedding. I also think that, you know, little bags like this, a lot of times people will use them as decor if they have a dressing room or even in their bedroom. And I thought something like this was neutral enough that you could do that, but also really, really beautiful and very charming. Two more pieces, and I think that's it for this haul. Let me show you this. It is a lidded jar. It says from 1980 on the bottom, and I guess that's a peacock. Maybe it's a pheasant. I'm not sure what type of bird, but the colorway, I think it's a peacock because I think that that's what this design would be. Anyway, I thought that the colorway on it was really, really beautiful, and I think it could be really useful. And again, I'm probably gonna go to the bathroom and think, you know, bath salts or just on the counter as decor. I think it would be really lovely. And another one of my favorite pieces, and you guys, this is crystal. It is just a crystal ice bucket. It was the size of it. I think you could chill a bottle of wine or champagne in this. It would just elevate that dinner party. It would also elevate a lunch with a girlfriend. And I'm telling you, it is absolutely time for us to start using our better pieces, our crystal and our china. Guys, they're just too beautiful to leave in boxes under beds. Let's bring them out. Let's use them, and let's start with this beautiful ice bucket. That's all we have for you today. We appreciate you so much for being here, and we hope that you have the very best day. We'll talk to you really soon.